Accounting treatment of bills transactions. So dear student, now let us understand accounting treatment of bill of exchange and promissory note. For the purpose of accounting, bills are divided into two categories. One, bills receivable, and second, bills payable. For the seller of goods, bill is a bill receivable, and for purchaser, it is a bills payable. So the same bill may be bill receivable for one person and bills payable for the another person. For the seller of goods, that means for the creditor, it is a bills receivable, and for the debtor, that means purchaser of goods, it is a bills payable. Different uses of bills receivable. Once you have a bills receivable, you can utilize it in a different way. First option, you can keep bill with you till the date of maturity. Second, before the maturity date, you can discount the bill with your bank. Third, you can endorse your bill to your creditor for making payment. And the fourth, you can give your bill to bank for collection. So these are the four uses of bills of exchange. We will understand accounting treatment in all these cases. First point, keeping the bill till the date of maturity by the drawer. That means in this case, drawer will keep the bill with himself, and on the maturity date he will collect money from drawee. Let us understand the accounting entries in this case, in the books of drawer and in the books of drawee. Remember, for drawer it is a bills receivable, and for drawee it is a bills payable. Drawer means seller of goods and drawee means buyer of goods. You can also say drawer means creditor and drawee means debtor. So the first entry would be for the sale of goods on credit in the books of drawer, drawee account debit to sales. And the same transaction drawee will write as a purchase of goods, purchase account debit to drawer account. So this is the first transaction for credit sale and credit purchase. For drawer it is a credit sale, and for drawee it is a credit purchase. Now when the bill is drawn by the drawer and it is accepted by the drawee, you will pass the second entry. Drawer will pass the entry bills receivable account debit to drawee account, and drawee will write in his book drawer account debit to bills payable. For drawer it is a bills receivable, and for drawee it is a bills payable. It is a liability of drawee, so it is a bills payable, and it is asset for the drawer, so it is a bills receivable. On maturity date, when the bill amount is collected, drawer will write cash or bank account debit to bills receivable. And on the maturity date, drawee will make payment of the bill, so he will write bills payable account debit to cash or bank. So these are the journal entries if the bill is retained by the drawer till the date of maturity. Now before this, let us understand how to calculate maturity date. Calculate the dates of bill in the following cases. So here we have to find maturity dates. Before we begin maturity date, remember maturity date is decided by adding 3 days of grace in the date of bill. You have to also keep in mind some important point. First point, if a bill fall due in those months in which there is no corresponding day, say for example, there is no 29th, there is no 30th, there is no 31st dates, its maturity date will be the last date of such month. Say for example, if a bill was drawn on 30th January 2017 for 1 month, so it will become due on 28th February. plus 3 days of grace. So on 3rd March, because there is no 30th date in February. Second important point, if the due date of the bill, including the days of grace, falls on Sunday or public holiday or gazetted holiday, the due date will be supposed to be 1 day earlier. For example, if a bill was due on 26th January, its due date will be 25th January because it is a public holiday. Third point, if the due date of bill has been declared as emergency holiday, that means on the due date of bill there is an emergency holiday, the due date will be supposed to be 1 day later. Say for example, if a bill falls due on 5th July and this day is declared emergency holiday due to the death of national leader, the date of bill will be 6th July. So these are the important points you have to keep in mind. Once again I remind, first point, if a bill falls due in those months in which there is no corresponding day like 29th date, 29th date, 30th date, 31st date, then in this case its maturity date will be the last day of such month. Second, if the due date falls on Sunday or public holiday or gazetted holiday, then due date would be 1 day earlier. And if the due date of the bill is on the day of emergency holiday, then due date will be the 1 day later. Now let us see different exercise. Here various examples are given and we will try to understand its due date. I have written all these dates of bill and period in the calculation. Let us see the calculation. First, due date of bill is equal to date of bill drawn plus period plus 3 days of grace. So the first case, first bill was drawn on 1st February 2017 and its period was of 2 months. In this, if we add 3 days, then maturity date will be April 4th, 2017. That means in the date of bill drawn, you have to add the period of bill plus 3 days of grace. Second bill is on January 31st, 2017. Its period was of 3 months. In that 3 days of grace are added. So maturity date is 3rd May 2017. Third bill is September 30, 2017. It is of 2 months. In that 3 days of grace are added. So maturity date will be December 3, 2017. So you can see all these exercise, different illustrations are given here for your understanding how the due date of bill is decided. Due date means the maturity date is decided. This type of question can be asked in 1 mark. And it is also useful for writing the date of maturity in your full-fledged exercise. Let us see one more exercise. Find out the due dates of the bill in the following cases. So different bills are given of different dates and their period is also given. One note is given at last. You can see emergency holiday was on 22nd September. So now let us see solution. First, bill was written on May 29, 2017. It is of 4 months. In that 3 days of grace are added. So maturity date would be October 1st, 2017. Because on October 2, 2017, there was a public holiday. 2nd October, you must be knowing it is a public holiday. So due date is 1 day before. Thereafter, second bill, March 31st, 2017. It is of 1 month. In that we added 3 days of grace. So it will be 3rd May 2017. Third bill, July 21, 2017. It is of 60 days. In that 3 days of grace are added. So it will be September 23, 2017. Now here we have taken September 23, 2017. Actually, the due date is 22nd September, but 22nd September was declared emergency holiday, so we have taken one day later, that is September 23. Fourth one, date of bill is May 14, 2017. Period is of 90 days. In that 3 days of grace are added, then it will come 15th August. But on 15th August there is a public holiday, so we have taken August 14, 2017. So when there is a public holiday, or when there is a gazetted holiday, or if there is a Sunday, or if there is any emergency holiday, then you have to take care. Another example you can go through and you can decide the due date of bill. Now let us see one exercise. On 1st January 2017, Ajay sold goods to Bhushan for rupees 10,000. Ajay draws a bill of exchange for 2 months for the amount due, which Bhushan accepts and returns it to Ajay. Bhushan made the bill on the due date. That means he paid money. Pass the journal entries in the books of Ajay and Bhushan. So dear student, first of all you have to decide here who is the drawer and who is the drawee. So here Ajay sells good, so Ajay is a drawer of bill, and Bhushan accepted, so Bhushan is the drawee. The period of bill is of 2 months. Before you start writing journal entry, you have to first decide the maturity date. So it is 1st January, date of bill plus 2 months, then you will add 3 days of grace, so you will get the maturity date. So maturity date would be 4th March 2017. Now first we have written the entries in the books of Ajay, who is the seller. So first entry is for credit sale, Bhushan account debit to sales 10,000. Then on the same day he writes the bill of exchange, which is accepted by the Bhushan. So entry would be bills receivable account debit to Bhushan 10,000, and on the maturity date Bhushan makes the payment. That's why on March 4 on the due date entry would be cash account debit to bills receivable 10,000. So these are the journal entries in the books of Ajay, that means drawer. In the books of Bhushan, first entry would be for the purchase of goods, credit purchase of goods. So he will write purchase account debit to Ajay 10,000. On the same day he has accepted the bill, so he will write entry Ajay account debit to bills payable. And on maturity date he is going to make payment. So on 4th March for the payment of bill, entry would be bills payable account debit to cash 10,000. So here you have seen how journal entries are passed in both the drawer and drawee's book. One more illustration. On January 1st, 2015, Rao sold goods of rupees 10,000 to Reddy. Half of the payment was made immediately, that means 5,000. And for the remaining half, that means another 5,000, Rao drew a bill of exchange upon Reddy payable after 30 days. So this is a period of bill. Reddy accepted the bill and returned it to Rao. On the due date, Rao presented the bill to Reddy and received the payment. Journalize the above transaction in the books of Rao only. So here we have to write journal entry in the books of Rao, that means drawer, that means creditor. Date of sale is 1st January. In that you will add 30 days period of bill plus 3 days of grace, so you will get maturity date. And maturity date would be February 3, 2015. So first entry in the books of Rao for the credit sale, that would be Reddy account debit to sales. Now half amount is received on the same day, so cash account debit to Reddy account 5,000. You can also pass this entry as a combined entry. Then on the same day, for 5000 rupees, he draw a bill. So entry would be bills receivable account debit to Reddy account 5000 for the bill drawn by him. On maturity date, he receives money. So amount would be cash account debit to bills receivable account rupees 5000. So here you can see journal entries in the books of drawer, that means creditor, that means seller of goods, that is Mr. Rao. Let us see one more illustration. On January 1st, 2015, Shankar purchased goods from Parvati for rupees 8000 and immediately drew a promissory note in favor of Parvati after 3 months. So this is the example of promissory note. And as we all know, promissory note is given by buyer, that means debtor. On the date of maturity of the promissory note, the Government of India declared holiday under the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. So you have to keep in mind there is a holiday on the maturity date. Since Parvati was unaware about the provision of the law regarding the date of maturity of the bill, she handed over the bill to her lawyer, who duly presented the bill and received the payment. So, lawyer will present bill as per the rule. The amount of the bill was handed over by the lawyer to the Parvati immediately. Record the necessary journal entry in the books of Parvati and Shankar. So first of all, we have to here understand who is the buyer and who is the seller. So Shankar is a buyer because Shankar purchased goods and Parvati is the seller. This is the case of promissory note, and promissory note is given by the buyer. That means Shankar will give promissory note. Okay, so now let us see solution. First, in the books of Parvati, that means in the books of seller. First entry on January 1st, Shankar account debit to sales rupees 8000. On the same day, bill receivable account debit to Shankar account 8000. Now, on maturity date, that is April 5th. How April 5th has come? That is very important. See, January 1st, date of bill. In that you add 3 months. So it will come February, March, April, 1st April. In that if you add 4 days, then it will become 4th April. But on 4th April, there is a holiday. So we have decided April 5th. So entry would be cash account debit to bills receivable account rupees 8000. Being cash received for promissory note on the due date. Now in the books of Shankar, the first entry would be for the purchase of goods from Parvati. Purchase account debit to Parvati rupees 8000. On the same day, Shankar has accepted bill, so he will write Parvati account debit to bills payable. Actually, Shankar has given here promise, so he will write bills payable. Parvati account debit to bills payable. For promissory note also, you have to use the word bills receivable and bills payable. On maturity date, Shankar made payment of promissory note, so he will write bills payable account debit to cash account. So here we have seen different exercise of bills of exchange and promissory note in which amount is collected on the maturity date by drawer. Now the second method is discounting of bill of exchange. As we all know, bill of exchange can be discounted with bank before maturity date. What is discounting of a bill of exchange? If the drawer of the bill does not want to wait till the due date of the bill, and if he is in need of money, he may sell his bill to a bank at a certain rate of discount. The bill will be endorsed by the drawer with his signed and dated order to pay the bank. The bank will become the holder of the bill and owner of the bill. After getting the bill, the bank will pay cash to the drawer equal to the face value of the bill minus discount at an agreed rate for the number of days it has to run. This process is known as discounting of a bill of exchange. Meaning to say, before maturity date, if the drawer is in need of money, he can discount bill of exchange with his bank. Bank will cut discount and remaining amount bank will give immediately to the drawer. On maturity date, bank will collect the amount of bill from the drawee. Let us see the exercise. Vishal sold goods for rupees 7,000 to Manju on January 5, 2015 and drew upon her a bill of exchange payable after 2 months. Manju accepted Vishal's draft and handed over the same to Vishal after acceptance. Vishal immediately discounted the bill with his bank at 12% per annum. On the due date, Manju made her acceptance, that means Manju paid money of bill. Journalize the above transactions in the books of Vishal and Manju. Student, here Vishal is the seller of goods, he is the creditor, so he will draw a bill. Manju will accept that bill. Manju is the drawee of the bill. The period of bill is 2 months. Here you have to do two calculations. First you have to find out maturity date. How will you find maturity date? January 5, 2015 plus 2 months plus 3 days of grace. You will get the maturity date. Second thing, Vishal has discounted bill with the bank. So bank will cut discount at 12% per annum. It will be for 2 months. So 2 month 12% discount on rupees 7,000. That calculation also you have to do. Let us see the solution. First, in the books of Vishal, on January 5th, entry would be for the credit sale Manju to sales 7,000. On the same day, he has drawn bill accepted by Manju, so entry would be bills receivable account debit to Manju rupees 7,000. Now on the same day, Vishal has discounted this bill with his bank and bank has cut discount on 7,000 rupees at 12% discount at for 2 months. It is 140. When you calculate discount, you have to keep in mind period of bill. Here period of bill is 2 months, so we have taken 2 by 12. So 7,000 into 12 by 100 into 2 by 12. So 140 would be the discount cut by bank. So remaining amount bank will give to Vishal. So entry would be bank account debit 6860, discount account debit 140 to bills receivable. Now in this case, this entry is passed only by the Vishal. Manju will not pass this entry because Manju has not discounted. On maturity date, bank will collect money from Manju. Let us see the journal entries in the books of Manju. First entry, she will write for purchase account debit to Vishal 7,000. On the same day, she accepted bill of exchange, so she will write Vishal account debit to bills payable account 7,000. Now on maturity date, that is on March 2008, he will make payment to bank. He will not make payment to Vishal, but he will make payment to bank. So bills payable account debit to bank account 7,000. So here you can see we have seen one entry of discount which is recorded by creditor, that means seller of goods.